Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt. I work in project management in the field of architectural engineering. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to improve your roads. Now, before we get started, if you could please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, it makes it so I can make more videos like this. I would also ask that while watching, if you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing. All right, so let's get started here. So this road here, it's pretty bland. And then if you just have this running through and have houses on the other side, then it's not going to be very appealing. So I've laid out a bit of a template here. So this is going to be for our streetlights. This is going to be for the actual road and the sidewalk. These are for the trees here, all this, and then we have a couple decorations here. So these here, obviously you can't get these in default. You have to use Cubed Pack, which is in the description if you want to get it. But yeah, so we're going to be using these as decorations along the side of the road. So first of all, what we're going to do is I'm not going to bother clearing it up by hand. I'm actually just going to use World Edit just for this one part. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to replace that with 0. I'm going to clean light real quick. There we go. Okay, so this gives us a little bit of working room. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and this here is cyan terracotta. So we are going to start, actually we'll start on this side here. So we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just going to make a template here of 1 across, and then I'm just going to stack it afterwards. So I'm going to do that. Actually, I forgot something. I want to use cobblestone as well. So we have this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be the standard width of your lane, because when you're building cars, usually they are 3 wide. However, if you have bigger vehicles like trucks or garbage trucks or anything, sometimes they'll be 4 to 5. So here we're going to have just a little bit of cobblestone. We're going to come back here and grab some of this. We're going to take our smooth stone slab and we're going to put 1 right here and 2 here. 2, 3, 4. We're gonna make this 3, and then we're just gonna have a little piece of grass right here. Because on this piece of grass right here, we're actually gonna put some greenery. So next up, we are going to take these here. So if you wanted to make this 2 lanes on each side, you could, but for the sake of demonstration, I think I'm just going to go with 1 on each side. So I'm actually just going to go with yellow concrete. So we're just going to get rid of that white concrete. So just the yellow concrete. And then this is going to be our center line. So all we're going to do now, so this is in Cubed Pack. So you need World Edit for this, but you can use the same principles. If you're building in default, just on a single player world or something, you don't need to worry about this part. I'm just going to do set biome, mountain edge, and then it gives us this little dot here. So again, this is only in Cubed Pack, so don't worry if you can't get this. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to copy and flip it. Copy, flip, and paste, and that's it. So there we go. So that's the first part of our road. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to stack this. Now, I could build this all by hand, but for the sake of demonstration, I don't think people want to see me build an entire road by hand. So I'm just going to stack. Let's go 29. I think that's what it was. Oh, it was 30. Okay, so the entire thing is 31 long, including that last one. Oh, so I forgot the biome as well. So I'm going to stack it once more. I'm going to put -B for the biome. So there we go. So we have this road. It looks much better already. So yes, you do get a little bit of, probably about an extra 1/4 block right here, but overall it's about 5 wide. Okay, so next up here, we are going to go with some drainage. So I'm going to take some cobblestone stairs, and then you can just add it, let's say right here. So I'm going to build this in one there, and then let's see, I'm going to put that like that. And then just like that. So there you go. There's just a little bit of drainage. And then you can do the same thing on the other side here. I'm actually going to put a way up here. Just like that. Delete, delete. Place a block there and there. one there, and there. Perfect. So now you have your drainage. Okay. So next up here, now that we have this drainage and all the curves, we're gonna add a little bit of greenery. So these leaves, yes, they extend outside of the 1x1 block because we are in cubes pack. However, this block here is just birch leaves, and all this one is just jungle leaves. That's all there is to it. And this one here is oak leaves, but we're gonna use these two for the trees along the side. So we are going to take birch leaves, jungle leaves, and then I want grass, I want ferns, and then you can add a little bit of color to it too. So you can have this here, maybe something like that, but you want to keep a relatively consistent color theme. So I would recommend doing all green and then pick one color and then take a couple plants and then just add it to it. You can also add something that is white as well, so it doesn't clash. But you can see all these colors, they match together here. You don't want to spam the sides with a whole bunch of different colors, or else it's going to look really, really messy. So all we're going to do is actually, let's start with this grass here. So we're just going to fill most of this up with grass just to add a little bit of texture here. We're not keeping all of this grass, we're going to build over top of it. But this is just sort of a good base layer. Okay, so next up, let's go with this one here. Just a couple. Again, we don't want to put too much, just a little bit. Maybe a couple of these, maybe one or two on there. Perfect. Let's go for 3 on this side. This one's a little bigger, so it does add more texture. So another thing with sidewalks too is you want it to feel separated, or the sidewalk to feel separated from the road, but you don't want to have so much stuff that it's completely blocking it. It still needs to feel like it's a part of it, but not too separate. So I'm only going to put, let's see, I'll put 2 on this side. So that also applies for leaves too. You can put 1, 2, maybe a handful, not too many. But what you do not want to do, you do not want to do too high, because then when you're walking along here, the player height is it's blocked and then it gets messy. So you need to have it simple yet a little bit complex at the same time, but don't overdo it. We're just gonna have a little bit here. I don't want to take away too much of the grass. Let's do this. Maybe one here, one here. So you can leave a couple blocks blank, and that still works just fine. So I'm just going to clear this out. Okay. All right. Next up on the list here, we have our streetlights. So I'm going to take this here. So this is a mossy cobblestone wall, nether brick fence. This is a beacon. And we're going to take our blue banner, our lime banner, iron trapdoor, quartz slab, and gray carpet. Okay. So with these here, we are going to, let's see. Yeah, let's go on the grass here. So let's actually take this one out. This here. So it does look weird. So this is where I'm going to use the set biome command. So I'm just going to change it back to plains there. So again, with your placement of your streetlights, you don't want to have them too close. So this entire length here, from there to there, is 31. So that's approximately the length on each side that you should have it. So if we have this spaced out perfectly, that means there should be exactly 15 blocks in between. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And then we're just going to go right across. So that's that one right there. Gonna go right here. Sorry, leaf, gotta delete ya. Set biome plains. Okay, so that's gonna be the placement of our 2 streetlights. And again, this is just a template. So if you do have world edit, you can make 1 template and then you can just stack it. So let's see here. 1, 2, 4. How many was that? 1, 2, 4, 5. Let's go up one more. Okay. Well, there's a cloud coming in here, so it's getting a little bit darker, but that's okay. I'm going to add this here, and I'm actually going to add a beacon here. So this kind of gives the pedestrian a little bit of room here. Or sorry, not a little bit of room, a little bit of light. Yeah, because the actual light source that we're using here is not actually a light source for this this light. You'll see in a second here. I'm going to go here. Just going to build this. maybe one more out. And then maybe right there, and then let's push that right there. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it underneath. There we go. And now I'm gonna put carpet over top. I have to shift click or else it will try and open it. Although I think that's just a Cubed creative thing, the server that I'm on. I was not gonna go. There's a skyscraper back there, but that's for another video. Okay, so now we have, yeah, it's a little short, but no, it's okay. All right. So I'm sure you probably don't want to see me build that again. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy it. So I'm gonna position 2, copy, rotate 180 degrees. I'm gonna come all the way back here. Then I'm just gonna paste it there. There we go. Let's just fix that. Sometimes Wordlet does that. All right, so there we go. So now we have our streetlights. So next up, we are going to add some trees and then a couple decorations. We're gonna keep those relatively simple. So in the future, I might do more complex videos on maybe curved roads or S-curves, where it goes straight over at a 45-degree angle, but then halfway through the curve, it changes back the other way. So I might do that in a future video if anybody is interested. Okay, so next step here, we're gonna do some trees. So we're gonna take the oak fence, and by default in the forest biome, the oak fence actually has oak texture. So that is very, very clever of the pack developer. So we have oak leaves and we have birch leaves. So oak fence, oak leaves, birch leaves. So we're just going to do just a handful, I guess. So I'm gonna build it right here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't want it too tall because you wanna frame the road a little bit, because these street lights and these little trees, they give more of a human scale to the road. What I'm gonna do is just go up here. Just a little messy. It doesn't have to be perfect. I know this looks really weird for a tree, obviously, but we're gonna make it look pretty, and it's all gonna be covered, so don't worry. This, okay, perfect. So then we're just gonna put a whole bunch of leaves around here. So you can just spam these and it'll be fine. And then we're just gonna delete a handful afterwards. So we'll do some of this. There we go, lots of trees. There we go. Sunlight's in our eyes, but that's okay. We're gonna switch to our birch leaves. So we wanna just cover all of these fences. There we go. Very nice. Okay, maybe come up here a little bit. Delete that. Okay. Just delete a handful. Place a couple more if you have to, just to cover all of those there. So it's a kind of crude tree a little bit, but it works. There we go. Maybe it's a lot of leaves, so maybe we'll take out a couple. There we go, that doesn't look too bad. Just put that one back. Okay, perfect. So that's not too bad. But I think what I'm gonna do now, you can build these all by hand and then just have a whole bunch of them. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to copy them here. So I'm actually gonna go one block up so I don't copy the rest of that in my selection. And then I will just have that. So I'm going to copy. And then these don't have to be super evenly spaced unless you absolutely want to. So I'm just gonna go right here. I'm going to paste it without air. That's what that -a is. And then I'm just gonna add that right at the bottom. So now I'm gonna rotate it 90. So now instead of facing this way, it's gonna be facing that way. Just so that if somebody's walking down the street and they're really, really trying to criticize your build, you can see these trees, they do look identical because they are. So you can see this leaf right here is also the same one as that. So a little way to trick the player, I guess, is you rotate it 90 degrees or pretty much anything. Paste it again, add that bottom one. And then there you go. Now it's hard to tell. So that one is still there. This is the same leaf that we were looking at, the one that's kind of sticking out there, right there by my cursor. But it's rotated, so they can't really tell. So we're gonna rotate, actually let's rotate 180 degrees. And then let's go right here. Oh, I guess that was behind me, but yep, that works. Okay, there we go. Now we have our trees. So already our road here is looking very, very pretty. So it's just the small details. That's all it is. It's the small details that count. You have to vary your blocks a whole bunch as well. Okay, so the final touches, we are going to add a bench and we're going to add some garbage cans. So yes, it does look like this to start in Cubed Pack, but if you just click it once, then it becomes a bench. So all this is, it's actually a redstone comparator. So if you want to have powered variations, then it'll look like this here. But we actually have a computer model as well. So, okay. You can actually, one more thing too, you can, actually I want to keep that one, I'm gonna put that there. So you can have a little bit of texture here if you want. And have a little bit of gravel. This is a little bit, oh yes, Cubed Pack also does this where it connects the texture, which is really, really nice. I think I might do the same thing here. Get rid of that. Just for a little bit of texture. Cubed Pack also has a fire hydrant texture, so if you wanted to, you could place it right on top of here. But I think I'll leave that be for this video. Okay, so a couple final touches. I think on here we are going to just put a quick bench. Here we go, and we want it facing the sidewalk, not the road. And we're going to do the same thing on this side here. And then if we want, we can just add a garbage can there. And then maybe a garbage can right here if I could delete that block properly. And there we go. And that's all there is to it. So there you go. It's a very, very simple road design. It's much, much nicer than just trying to do something simple like this. But if you take your time and you make a nice little road design, then it will add so much to your city. It will make it so much prettier. So that's the end of the video. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing. I also have a new video coming up soon. That's how to plan a city. So you might want to subscribe for that one and get that bell notification on.